Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. It's Friday's channeling. Our pardons for not having a channeling this last Wednesday. I got, hit by a train called Chessie System, and then Union Pacific hit me on this side, and it ended up being a wonderful cold, or flu, spiritual flu. You know, when you get those great flus, they do a lot for you. And it taught me a lot about pain. It hurt. But I'm feeling better today, and so we're going to channel for you today. So thanks for all for tuning in once again to this channel, and let's rock and roll. And I haven't had coffee in 2 days, and I just took the first sip of it, and I was like, wow, so good. You know, you can't drink coffee when you're sick. I can't anyway, it just doesn't taste good. But now it tastes like good. It tastes so good again. Alright guys, thanks again for tuning in, and let's get busy. Once again, questions. From Roxy, truly. From yourselves, always. Understanding yourself in this mastery idea, all of you. Choosing to embark upon it where many have been nailed by it. And many have nailed it. To quote our idea friend Bashar. It is, let's say, a task to become unlimited. To see the depths of the limitation in and among themselves if you are just simply aware. If you cease all structure, and all structure is stricture, you will see the intricacies of the universe simply in the perfect now, with no effort from you. It is a daunting task to see, truly, how much you, only you, inhibit yourself. There is no one else in your world that has given you any credence, any leadership, any authority, any teachings, any idea beyond yourself, except for your acceptance of those ideas. It is all about you and what your world brings to you that you vibrate within concordance with. Within what your acceptability, stand by. Good?
Yeah.
With what you accept. Stand by. So what's the game about? If you put an ounce of structure into this game, it's going to kick your ass 3 ways from Wednesday. And you're going to need a bus to get back to fucked. That's all there is to it. This game is nothing else to it. Everything you've put into the game, everything you put into the game, everything that you put into the game, has 1 ounce, 1 shred, 1 iota of an idea, of an outcome, strictures it, of a purpose, constructs it into an idea of limitation. Is it just too easy for you all just to stop? Or is it just too hard for you all just to stop? It's too easy. It's too easy for you all. It would seem impossible to not try. It would seem ridiculous not to actually lift a finger to do anything in your world. Can you guys just not enjoy life? Just to sit and enjoy your friends? to enjoy a baby's cry, to enjoy your newfound friendship and whatever you're relating to new? Or do you have to have drama? Do you have to pretend to bring your own shit onto yourself all the time? Why do you do that? Why does anyone take their own idea image and construct it in a way and look at me, woe is me, whoa, I've got this drama in my life? Why do you guys do that? What do you think? Because it gives you value. It's simple. Whatever doesn't give you value, you don't bring onto yourself. Why does one person get sick this way and one person, let's say, claim their idea illness this way and another person claim it this way? It's because it gives them value, guys. It's simple. They want attention. There was an idea on Facebook Roxy was reading, and it's this idea that I am a teacher and I put myself out there and no one's listening to my teachings. Well, so fuck what? Go have a pity party. I don't care. But you do, and that's fine. We want you to understand. We don't care that you're having a pity party. We don't care that. We're not hammering you for that. I don't give a flying fuck about that. What we want you to see is what you do to yourselves. You take on all energies and define them as what they are to you. Period. Whatever you want to give yourself life, you energize and you get life. That's what the mirror does for you. And you claim it in further ideas because of obligation, or responsibility, or the fear of being left alone. The fear of not having something to reflect back to you to give you a meaning, to give you a purpose. So you structure yourselves in ways consistently to feel the ideology of breath, of a heartbeat, of life. And you love that. And the master lets go of everything that defines. And the master just finds out one simple thing. That this whole journey is simply about one thing: experience. And that's not enough for you. It's not enough. Because how can you just have an experience without a purpose? How can experience come to you without defining it and giving you meaning because of it? You give yourselves lives, you give yourself images, you give yourself definitions, marriages, jobs, careers, friends, best friends, worst friends, arch enemies, ex-enemies, former friends, former this, former that. You label everything for a consistent variety of life that gives you meaning. And it's beautiful. It is. It truly is. It is a gorgeous way of the mastery that you have all mastered called limitations. But to let go of limitations, you must accept. Everything in front of you is acceptance of what it is, and how you then define it is up to you. The first step is acceptance, because as long as you divide against creation, then you have no shot at this game. No shot. You divide, you stay limited, period. You put yourself on a pedestal and scream into the future and say, I am the way, then you're fucked again. Because you are not the way. You cannot be the way, because there is no way, because there is no limits. If one way was the way, we would have figured it out 16 billion years ago. You're not that smart. Don't have an ego about yourself that you've got the way. Confucius had the way. Bullshit. Buddha had the way. Nope. Wrong. We're still here. No system has the way, because all systems collapse upon itself. That's why every empire, look at your history, every empire is ended. Every empire has collapsed on itself because it had a way. One way. You cannot limit creation. Creation is unlimited. Creation is just a game, guys, of experience of the now. That's it. It has no meaning, no purpose, no outcome, no this, no that, nothing. And when you accept all that is, then you can see the experience of the now is the perfect bliss, and it's nothing more than that. But to take your eyes and start to see that is the mastery in and of itself. To embrace life in the moment only. Not to give it anything other than what it is. Not screaming your diplomacies upon the ideas of others so they can see your way of your own evolution. Evolution is what you realize for yourself, and that's it, and leave it alone. Don't give it to anyone, they'll find it themselves. Because as soon as you give it to someone, you become a preacher. And as soon as you preach, they'll fall on deaf ears because people are tired of preachers. We're tired of you guys telling us what to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm an offer. I can give a flying fuck what you do. You're not going to go to heaven. You're not going to go to hell. You're going to keep on living. That's all you're going to do. That's it. So I don't care what you think of me or anyone else. I know what you are. Me. Experiencing me from a different angle. That's it. Your creation. Breathing life into me. And I get to do this because you chose me to come here, so I'm living me. How cool am I? I get to do this forever. From all angles. Forever. I get to embrace myself with you, me, forever. Simple as that. If you can release yourself from the ideas that you are here to make a difference, that's when you start making a difference. That's when the light starts shining the brightest. That's when people start reflecting onto themselves the light that they found within you. That's why the stillness of the light is the brightest it's ever been. But when you take it, that light, and start focusing it on and start shadowing it on people and say, look how dark you are. Oh, then you become dark. You become an idea of structure, which only leads to stricture, as we said. Can you guys really do it? The masters that don't give anything other than the now any kind of attention. Time, we understand time has purpose, but it has purpose only in the now. But you live in time, because it would be almost impossible to live without time. But it has to be. Otherwise, what else there would live for you, your mind? What else could I live for if I didn't have an idea of this coming or that coming or that coming? Or what I did here and what I did there and what I did there. Where's my purpose? I'm nothing right now. In the moment you don't think about time, then you're having fun because then you're filled with an idea of a purpose, but then that purpose has to become a staple of existence to rely upon again. And you're right back in time. And your short bouts of fun are so quick and so fast because you have this overbearing mind that says, get serious, it can't last. And then you swoop out of it and you're right back into time and you're right back into the rhythm of the stricture. The whole game is this. I'll tell you. You accept everything that comes into your reality. You don't judge it, you accept it. Doesn't mean you need to jump on board with it and follow it. We're not saying that. Please do not mistake that. We're not saying that. You accept it and you follow your heart. We'll say it again and again and again till you guys can release yourself. Release yourself that this game is nothing more than a perfect, organized orchestra, symphony of just having fun. And you put the fun into a meaning of distorted fun in whatever way you want to, and it's still fun. Can you fathom that? Can you fathom that that's what's actually happening? If you can approach it from those eyes, then the whole game becomes non-purposeful, and that's when you'll find the freedom. That's when you'll find the freedom within that cannot be taught, that cannot be given. It has to be remembered and felt. It has to be experienced by you. It cannot be theorized. Nothing of this kind of idea of magnitude of freedom can be given through theory. It has to be experienced, and the only way to experience it is for you to choose yourself. Everything in the mirror is you. Everything. Please don't discount this. Don't discount that your most rancid arch enemy is a perfect mirror of you. Because it is. It's love. Any kind of deploring idea that you've come across in your lifetime, non-acceptance of that will keep you divided from that, and that you divide is you. Is there anything that is outside of existence? Yes, it's called non-existence. And since you're not there, you're in existence. So that means everything you've ever laid your eyes upon, smelled, touched, tasted, felt, experienced in all of your nows is creation, is bliss. There's nothing else. There's an analogy that one of the teachers gave in Roxy's class with Sylvester. Just imagine creation being yellow. Just for an idea, just for a moment. Ready? Everything is yellow. And then when it comes into your view, you turn it into the color that you wish. Doesn't matter. And there's no meaning behind the colors, so don't go there. You could turn it blue and red and purple. But the source of all colors is yellow. So the source of all creation is love, yellow. And you distort it. You distort it. Nobody else but you. You distort everything into the color that you choose, and you assign it meaning. That is it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Is that a word yet?
Bath, you know, it's
Blah.
Bath?
Dada.
Dada? You say mama yet?
Yeah, but not on purpose.
Really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Blah.
Not dead. Dead. It's just experience, guys. How else are we going to tell you? We can tell you 1,000 different ways. We can give you mantras. We can give you ideologies of the past. We can give you structures. We can give you strictures. But then you're just going to drive a bus down a road that has no ending to the limitations, because they're based upon limitations. When you come from a structure of an evolutionary aspect, that evolutionary aspect has to have a foregoing idea of an outcome, and all outcomes in the perfection of the mirror will always give you another reason to have an ongoing outcome. Therefore, your limitations will be ongoing, period. That's it. You've got to get out of the idea that I'm here to evolve and become something. I have to start being I am now, and that's it. And the now presents itself in ways that you cannot fathom, because you're trying to think off the library of limitation you call your experience of life. Let go. Let go and see what happens. And there's been many with Roxy that have found this freedom. So that's why we get to speak it, because Roxy believes it. She's experienced it. So when you experience something, then you can breathe it with truth, because the experience gives the validation to the other, not the bullshitter called the theorists. Kind of like those ideas of the therapists that read some books and they give their solutions to someone that they haven't experienced. That's why it's bullshit. Because it comes from a standpoint of frickin' lack. I'm here to help you from my theory point of view. I didn't live it, though. Roxy lived. She understands what it is to find freedom and not be scared anymore. Listen to that again. Not be scared anymore. How many of you can go right now in front of the mirror and say you're not scared about anything? Don't bullshit yourself. Be honest. Honesty is the quickest way home. Because it's only you that you're being honest with. You can be honest to the self that you know you're being honest, but you're honest to yourself, which is the mirror. You're honest to yourself. Watch evolution happen so fast. Watch yourself open up and fillet your heart in such a way you could never imagine being so humbled by yourself. But if you can swallow that pride and be honest with yourself, you will kick this game in the ass. You will. Because you're not fucking around with it anymore from angles to try to hide your own idea of failure. You're scared. We know you're scared. You're scared of separation. So you keep shoring up your defenses against separation to keep yourself comfortable because you never want to be alone again. You don't want to be scared again. We don't. It hurts. Scarier than shit. But I guarantee you, if you let go of all the construct that keep you safe and keep you sound and keep you identified and keep you meaningful and purposeful and all those things that we've been blabbing through this idea of Roxanne's conduit, all those things, then you will know one thing, that you are always aware. Don't discount what I just said. You're always aware. And if you're aware, you can't be alone because you are right in front of all of creation. All of creation is always there. You just don't know that they're vibrating back at you, speaking to you. You don't feel the connection with them because you're separated. But all of creation is you saying hi. All of your desires are trying to get to you, but you're the one who's pushing them away. Everyone's trying to talk to you and love you the way that you cannot be loved, in the way of separation. But you are so scared to let go. We know you are. And if you just let go and not need anything in the now, just keep the now as simple as you possibly can. Be as honest with yourself. Accept all that is. And that now will bring you things you can never, ever have imagined. And it will fill you with the unshakable freedom that you don't care about anything anymore. Nothing. You're just always perfect because everything you have is everything you ever need. And it's always right now. That's the game, guys. Kick it in the ass. We love you. Till our next now. Beautiful. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Merry Christmas to you. And Wednesday is the Q&A. So we'll see you Wednesday. Keep sending your questions in. And again, Merry Christmas. I love you all.